Colin Jenkinson here with Short Walks. Let me re-emphasize at the beginning here that some of the best things you can do for your walking bass lines is to really learn your arpeggios. I will touch a bit on the arpeggios in the walking lessons, but there's a lot of stuff, good stuff from Jeff Berlin and Carol Kay you should check into. Also some stuff with Scott Devine. So anyways, that being said, let's look at the G minor arpeggio with the 7th. Consists of a root, minor 3rd, perfect 5th, flat 7, whoops, wrong flat 7, that flat 7, and an octave. Okay, again, the arpeggios will work great by themselves as a walking line. There's a lot of space in between them, but they work amazingly well. For a year, I once challenged myself to see how much jazz I could do strictly using arpeggios and not using anything in between. And I would do it until I couldn't stand it anymore, but I really kind of got good at it. And but then that gets a little boring, so you want to add other things. Right, here's one of the things to add. Approach tones from above. This lesson, let's just do half steps from above. So on the root, that's a root. This is a half step above. Be a good example of it. Here's a minor 3rd. Here's a half step above the minor 3rd. Slides are good too. Okay. Here's a 5th. We do a half step above. Flat 7 again. Okay, flat 7, half step above, and a half step above the octave. All together, and I think in one of Jeff Berlin chord tone books, he'll show the exercise of doing each one. Oops, wrong one. Okay, that's kind of good. I've encountered this sort of melodic run in musicals, and often they sound like slowly, a little bit more up to speed. Kind of gives you a nice little agitated feeling, which might work really well in a musical. In real life, in a smooth walking bass line, you can start like a measure of 4, kind of like on a sort of a ghost note, and just before let's say the first beat. So let's say you're doing something swinging in 4 on beat 1, just before you hit beat 1, do what's called a ghost note into it. And it sounds something like this. Slower. Okay, and I would encourage you to get one of the many static jam tracks on YouTube that just have one chord. You can easily find the G minor 7, and practice doing a walking line just using arpeggio notes. Once you can really get that in your head, start adding neighboring tones or the approach tones from above. But try one at a time so you can get a sense of what it would be like to do something that would actually work in a walking bass line session. So like I just did on the root note. Now the 3rd. Now 5th. Here we go. Let me do that better. On a downbeat. Okay. Do the same thing up with a flat 7. Maybe on beat 1, starting off in a flat 7 might be a little odd, but it could work. a jam track, you really start to feel it and get a sense of how to phrase it and make it work. Okay, I'm gonna do the arpeggio notes, and I'm gonna add at various times approach tones from above. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, the bass is slipping there. So, doing the approach from above on the minor third is really useful if you accidentally think you're going to a major chord and realize, no, it's a minor chord. And usually you might just as soon as you hit it, you realize your mistake, slide into the minor third. And that, my theory is was the beginning of the blue note. That's when you blew it. And this is how you saved yourself. Okay, that's it for short walks for today.